And they're off. Oh, and we've got a crash. We've got a crash. Welcome back, everybody, to the Kelly Motor Speedway. This is our first official event we're having here since we closed the doors due to all the extensive damage caused by Hurricane Irma. We couldn't be more excited to be back, and boy do we have a good one for you today. We've wrangled up some of the nastiest, vicious, and most annoying critters Florida has to offer, thrown them out on the track, and challenged 27 teams to dodge these critters while simultaneously knocking down bowling pins. That's right, folks, this is Florida Gator Bowling. Each driver will get one pass side by side with the bowling ball. If any lane on the finish gate is triggered, that many points will be added to the score. Team with the most points at the end will be the winner. In the event of a tie, the pattern will continue until we have a final winning team. The teams with the two lowest scores at the end will receive second runs and a chance to get back in. Good luck to everyone who entered, and let's take a look at the first drivers up on the hill. Up first is Team MERCEDES-BENZ G63 AMG 6x6. Good thing this is a big vehicle because we got a lot of people packed inside. Toys and Games Kingdom, Thunder, Chicken Fried Steak, Bobby Bruce, Josh Hartman, JP, and Races and Fun, all jammed up in this 6x6. Let's see what they can do on the hill. And they're off, finishing with a nice little drift. Looks like they realized the bowling ball wasn't staying true, and they took matters into their own hands, taking out 26 pins in the process. Not a bad score. In this state, with the kind of wildlife we have, this is exactly the kind of vehicle I would feel safe in. In Florida, this is the only place on Earth where alligators and crocodiles coexist in the same habitat. True story. Up next is Team SONORA Shredder, driven by Eltron and Radar 468. These two think they have what it takes. Let's see what they can do on the hill. And they're off. Oh, we've got a crash. We've got a crash. They might have knocked over a lot of pins, but the last thing we want to see is anybody getting hurt. It would appear they came down and simply got tripped up on a bowling pin. Upside down on this track is not a place you want to be. A 2004 study of wild and captive alligators found that large individuals bite down with 2,960 pounds of force, one of the most powerful bites ever recorded for a living animal. We're getting word from the officials that Eltron and Radar 468 are okay, and they will be walking away with 37 points. A very impressive score. Up next for Team McLaren P1 is Arjun Patel, Tortoise Tom 1, and Kevstar 13. Not sure how 3 people are fitting in this car, but maybe that'll be their advantage. Let's see what they can do on the hill. And we're off. An early slide out, and it looks like the bowling ball did the majority of the work. It would appear 3 people in this sports car was not the greatest idea. Team McLaren P1 will be leaving with 30 points, putting them in second place and knocking Team Mercedes-Benz G63 into third. And speaking of knocking people down, did you know in the state of Florida it is illegal to sing while wearing swimwear in public? It's on the books. Up next, and a personal favorite of mine, is Team Nissan SKYLINE HT2000 GTX, driven by RC Bulldog, Ali the Car Collector, the Pufferfish, and Brandon Lee Him. This car is always a beauty on the track, and we love seeing it here at the Kelly Motor Speedway. Let's take it to the hill. And there they go, and quickly sliding to the side. Looks like they got a little bouncy, and their car just kind of pooped out on them. And their bowling ball giving them a little tap, letting them know that the run was over. And on the topic of poop, Florida has a museum of poop. The South Florida Museum has the world's largest collection of fossilized poo. Team Nissan SKYLINE will be leaving with 25 points, putting them in 4th place. and one of the bowling pins coming dangerously close to hitting Eleanor. That's one insurance claim Kelly Motor Speedway does not want to pay for. When it comes to American muscle, is there anything more classic than the 67 Camaro? Driving for this little beauty is Team Vaibhav Chawla, Club Diecast 64, and Camaro Collector 98. Let's see if this metal-on-metal body and base gives them the advantage they need. Let's take it to the hill. And here we go. Spinning out early and hitting a tree, and the bowling ball comes joining the pile. They will be leaving today with 18 points, putting them currently in last place. Remember, at the end, the two teams with the lowest points will get second runs and a chance to get back in this. So hold tight, Team 67 Camaro. It might not be over for you just yet. From all of us here at the Kelly Motor Speedway, we'd like to thank you for coming out and spending the day with us. We're having a blast for sure, and we'll be right back after these messages.
The drivers are at the start, so here we go. Here we go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Before the break, we saw Eltron and Radar 468 driving for Team Sonora Shredder, score an impressive 37 points. Does anyone else have what it takes to beat that score? Let's take a look at the next drivers up to the hill. Next on the hill is Team 2016 Mercedes-AMG GT3, driven by Vehicle Addict and Hot Wheels racer Mike. Can these two bring home the win? That car sure seems ready to. An absolute stunner. Let's take it to the hill. And they're off. With a nice slide at the end, throwing some serious pins, while taking a little tip from the Mercedes-Benz G63 and drifting right at the end, tossing lots of pins. Unfortunately, it didn't work as great as they'd probably like. Team Mercedes-AMG GT3 will be leaving today with 27 points. Here's an interesting fact. The average number of eggs in a Florida alligator nest is 35 to 50, but only about 15 of these will hatch, and only about 6 of those will live to be 1 year old. So if you see an adult alligator, you better believe it's a fighter. Up next, driving for Team Lamborghini Aventador LP 700-4 is Paul Cole. Paul Cole is no stranger to the Kelly Motor Speedway, and I for one am excited to see what he's going to do today. Let's take it to the hill. And he's off. And sliding off to the left side like so many cars today. Something about those first couple pins really send the cars turning to the left. We see the bowling ball ricochet off the back corner, fly over to the right-hand side, and only take out a couple pins. Paul Cole gets himself 22 points, putting him in second to last place. A good position to be in, as the two teams with the lowest scores will be getting second runs. Paul Cole's probably hoping everyone does a little bit better than him so he can get that second try. Taking to the hill next is Team Lamborghini ESTOQUE, driven solo by Exo Diecast Garage. Exo told us earlier that he's happy to be riding solo, he's an army of one, and he's ready to get at those pins. Let's see what he can do. And here we go. Exo making it about halfway down and turning into the right-hand wall. Looks like he was getting out of the way and letting the bowling ball do its thing. Team Lamborghini ESTOQUE, driven by Exo Diecast Garage, will be leaving with 32 points, putting them in second place and knocking Team McLaren P1 into the third place position. Speaking of changing positions, alligators migrate far distances. They walk on roads, crawl through pipes, sludge through swamplands. It is difficult to keep alligators contained in one place. Up next is always a fan favorite, Team 55 Bel Air Gasser, driven by JG24 Diecast, Backyard Tag, and Wicked Wheels. Will the crazy stance of this vehicle give them the advantage they need? Only one way to find out. Let's take it to the hill. And they're off, pulling a 180 and taking out pins in reverse. Looks like we got a lot of pins down here. We're gonna need an official count. And they've done it. They've done it. A score of 38. Team 55 Bel Air Gasser is in first place. That's got to make JG24 Diecast, Backyard Tag, and Wicked Wheels extremely happy. Good luck to anyone else following that up. That is going to be a tough score to beat. Let's take a look at that run again. The way they whip that gasser around, knocking out all the pins on the left-hand side while allowing the bowling ball to run its course on the right. Just a fantastic run by the boys in the 55 Bel Air Gasser. Taking the hill next is Team Lamborghini Huracan LP620-2 Super Trofeo, driven by Tommy Barros and Michael McKay. These guys have a lot of pins to knock down to take out Team 55 Bel Air. Good luck, and let's take it to the hill. And they're off. Like so many cars we've seen today, Team Huracan turns hard into the left-hand wall, letting the bowling ball go ahead and do the rest of the work. Team Lamborghini Huracan will be leaving with 29 points. Not the greatest score, but also not the worst. And remember, do not swim in areas where it's a known alligator community. If you're in fresh or stagnant water, natural or man-made in Florida, know that alligators could be anywhere. Early Spanish soldiers and settlers in Florida called the weird-looking reptiles they encountered El Lagarto, Spanish for the lizard. The first alligators appeared on the scene about 37 million years ago and are quite literally living dinosaurs. And with a quick look at the leaderboard, that's gonna do it for today for us, folks. It's been an absolute pleasure to present for you. I'm Retarded and Broke, and I'll see you for round 2 of Florida Gator Bowling.